Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start. Thank you so much. And hopefully we will get um, more people, but I'm so glad that you were able to get the invitation, and we have been communicating with some of you. So I am going to start the introduction. This presentation, I wanted to really, you know, I wanted to focus this towards what it is to become a makeup artist and work as a professional makeup artist in the industry, from the time of graduating from beauty school, which is a bit of my story as well. So I'm going to share that with you also. And so I my my belief is that a makeup career requires more than one foundation, and so that is a bit of our pun, but it is also something that is obviously very important to to makeup artistry. And my name is Leslie Christin. I am the founder and creator of CARA Cosmetics, also Studio CARA, which is, we're based here in Maitland, Florida, which is Orlando, essentially, and also the CARA Makeup Academy. So I will share with you a little bit about who I am, and above all, I have been a lifetime makeup artist. The agenda today is I'm going to go over the presentation, just share with you a little bit about my journey so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from, and then about CARA Cosmetics, what CARA Cosmetics is, and about the line, and then also what every graduate should know to succeed as a salon makeup artist or as an entry-level makeup artist. And makeup career paths and opportunities, I'm going to share that also with you, and also building a student's income potential. So that's really the key points that I want to share with you today. And so my journey, as I started very young, and I went to cosmetology school. I was in school with the hopes of becoming a makeup artist. Now, of course, this was way back in the 80s, before any internet, Google, Instagram, YouTube, any of that good stuff. And I went to cosmetology school, and then I realized that school offered little to no education when it came to makeup. And certainly, I did not have any educators that knew anything about becoming a makeup artist. I went to school in Arizona, and it was just something completely outside of the scope of whatever I could learn. And so I graduated from school. Some of my challenges that I realized were that I had very little education when it came to makeup artistry. I really didn't have much skill. The teacher training that I got was pretty much nil, and I had no formal knowledge in makeup artistry. I was really unaware of the industry. I didn't know how to even get into it, where to start, or what it entailed. And I'm just going to kind of fast forward to 2020, and I feel that a lot of things have still not changed. It's when you want to become a makeup artist, it is a bit of this daunting task on how do I even break into the business. So I really had no idea. I had a passion. I had a burning desire to learn. I knew I was a hard worker. I have a never give up attitude and a willingness to succeed. And I was going to do whatever it took for me to be able to become a makeup artist in the industry. So again, over the years, I've realized, and I realized pretty quickly early on too, was that a career in makeup artistry requires not only artistic skill, but also it's important to understand business, because most of us that become makeup artists are freelancers, and you have to be an entrepreneur. So my journey was that I first started working in a salon. And I started in a salon where they had this little tiny makeup area, and I was really young. I was in my 20s, and I was super excited. They really focused a lot on working with pageant girls. So I would, do some makeup, whatever I kind of knew, honestly. And then I was also an assistant. And I'm going to share with you just a little quirky story about myself, is that when I was working as an assistant, I started to develop really bad dermatitis on my hands and on my arms. And so I had to, at that point, wear cloth gloves and vinyl gloves over them. And the thing I loved about working in a salon environment was that there were really some skilled stylist, and I've always been somebody that I believe in mentoring and learning from other people that are, that know so much more than you. And so being an assistant kind of gave me that opportunity to really learn from a lot of other people. Well, while I was shampooing my client's hair, I actually was back in the day, you had to grab these bottles that didn't have the pumps on them. So I was grabbing the bottle, I was squeezing the shampoo, and the shampoo bottle slips out of my hands and it hits my client in the head. So then after I profusely apologized to them, I said, "Oh my goodness, I am so sorry." And I'm rinsing her hair. And as I rinse her hair, because of my fumbly gloves and all that, the hose gets loose. I hose her down, and she looks over at me. It's a disaster. She looks over at me and says, "I am an assistant director for commercials, and I produce commercials, and I also work in the film business, and I have a makeup artist that I work with. I would love to introduce you to her." So the reason why I kind of shared that story with you is because it was, a lot about being at the right place at the right time. I must have been talking to her about, my love of makeup and whatnot, but she opened up. She was this woman that became the catalyst. She introduced me to this makeup artist. This makeup artist and I are still dear friends until this day. She taught me how to put my kit together. She taught me how to become a freelancer, understanding contracts, how to start working, building a business in the commercial industry, headshots. And so again, it was something that I didn't get that education necessarily coming out of school, of course, but it was something that I grew into, and then my career continued to grow from there. So that was something, like I said before, I knew I was a hard worker. I knew I was somebody that really enjoyed working, and the makeup side of it is just, I was always passionate about that. So after that, my career continued to grow, and then I ended up working in the film industry. The same lady that I had kind of beat over the head and hosed down, she actually gave me my very first, she interviewed me for my first television series. At that point, I had opened up MGM here in Orlando, Florida, and Universal Studios is where we were shooting. So I did a television show that was 3 years in the making. We did 3 years on that. Then shortly after that, now that was a non-union shoot, and shortly after that, I got a call for a movie. It was with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. You guys might remember it. It was called Days of Thunder. And they called me to work on the film, and I could not work on it because I did not belong to the union. Now, at that point, I really didn't need to join the union up until that point. Then I realized, wow, in order for me to further my career, I need to become a union member. So I joined IATSE, which is the union, the hair and makeup union. Well, it's the union pretty much that governs film and television industry, but there is a division either out of New York or out of LA, which my local is out of New York, and it is IATSE 798. And so I ended up joining the union to work on bigger budget films and grew my, my career that way. As I was working in the industry, I did that for about 12 years, and I still continue to, I am still a union member, and I still continue to do different jobs. But with that, what happened was that I really started looking at becoming more of an entrepreneur, and the concept of CARA Cosmetics. I started working on the concept of CARA Cosmetics. CARA means face in Spanish, and I actually grew up in Spain until I was 20. So I started to research different manufacturers, going to different trade shows, and trying out products on my actors. So that was the beginning in 1996. While I was working on all these different films, television shows, I started to research and look for a product line that I wanted to create. And that's really where I started to, I knew nothing about really distribution or any of that stuff, and I started to sell to spas and salons. And throughout the years, then I continued, working in my makeup artistry, continuously as a makeup artist. But the opportunity came about where CARA Cosmetics was at one point, we also sold to a Paul Mitchell distributor down in Miami. And the owner at the time said to me, you should really put some kits together. They're very big into education. And she said, why don't you put some kits together and offer them to schools? And so I did that, and I worked quite a few years with Redken schools, Paul Mitchell schools, and out of the cosmetics line, what I started to do was also create education support for salons, spas, and these schools, and hence how our Makeup Academy courses came about. So our cosmetic line, for me, there were 3 things that were highly important to create, or that was very, as a makeup artist, that were essential. One is that it's good for the skin, that it also was good for on camera, and this was before the whole emergence of YouTube or selfies, and that it was also encompassing all skin tones. Those are the 3 things that as a makeup artist, absolutely your kit should have. Good product, that it's camera ready, and that it also is that anybody that is in your chair, you can work on. So that was highly important. As I started to evolve with my cosmetics line, we started getting a lot of clients that would call us, hey, can you teach me how to do makeup? Can you, and then I started getting a lot of press, Southern Living, different magazines, and so I opened Studio CARA. So here is in Orlando, Florida, and a small studio where we work one-on-one with clients. And we also have facial treatments and brows. And our slogan is that we work on actors and not on animals. That is the key. We are a cruelty-free line. So my philosophy, women-owned company, we are manufactured in the United States, which I feel is extremely important. I am an American brand. And that for me, makeup is for women to enjoy simplicity. Also, that makeup can be multifunctional, so you can use our products in many different ways. You can use the blush on the eyes, you can use them wet or dry, you can use them on brows. So you're really minimizing waste also with packaging that you can customize as well. And that it also is, helping our carbon footprint. So there are a lot of things for me that are highly important. as a makeup artist, and being able to share that with our clients and students too. We have a variety of kits, and we can also customize kits for schools depending on the budget that you have. But this is our silver kit that really is a kit that gives a student everything that they need, and it's also a working kit too. So it's not just, oh, I have a little student kit, but it also sets them up to where they can start to get jobs and have that investment make them money. We also have a diamond kit too, which has more product in it, blushers, eyeshadows, and a professional kit. So one of the things that also evolved throughout the years was that in 2017, I also created a skincare line. So the skincare line came about from the need of, and I felt is important for a makeup artist to also be able to have something to prep the skin. And so in 2017, that's really when I rolled out. So it took a long time for me to really incorporate skincare because that was not my focus. But after, the economy kind of went down, I felt like really an affordable line and something that was just the next step for me to add into a simplistic, botanical, and really kind of skincare meets soul for me in the skincare line. And so it is really it's a simple skincare line, and it's also great for retail purposes too. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and about the opportunities that makeup artists need to know and should have. So this is sampling, very color coded, and we also have like a phenomenal oxygen treatment that you can offer to your clients. That is a lot of things that you don't have to use a treatment room to do. So what basic skills must a makeup artist have once they've graduated? I feel and know right now that COVID-19 has changed forever the outlook on how we need to do business. Now more than ever, we need to have multiple streams of income. And of course, as you all know, it has just really affected our industry tremendously. And I feel that now so many people that have been, we've all been closed down, and we have realized that we cannot allow ourselves to be put in a situation where automatically our income is completely annihilated until something, happens. So this is really where multiple streams of income and being aware of it is huge. And luckily I've always had that. I've had that opportunity, possibly from being a freelancer, but I like to look into the future to see also what's happening. So I've been working with our Zoom platform for the past 3 years with our virtual classes already. So thank goodness I was well aware of how this worked, and I already have created a platform. And that's one of the reasons why I'm reaching out to some of the schools as well, is because I know that CARA Cosmetics has something that many other companies are not offering, and now is really a time where it can be such a huge benefit for our industry. So here are some of the skills that are required in order for someone to walk out of beauty school, cosmetology school, aesthetics school, and be viable and be able to start making money. So they need to be proficient in makeup artistry from natural to glam, all ages, and also understand color theory, custom blending, and be able to work with all skin tones. They need to understand how to retail. They need to know how to do makeup lessons, makeup events, bridal makeup, brow design and tinting, lash application, business building, having a pro kit that they actually have as a working kit that they can now make money with, just like quality products as the hairstylists have. They have their shears, they have their other products, so you can go out and you can make a living from school. Also, understanding what client acquisition is. How can you acquire clients? Social media marketing, just not getting likes on your personal page while you're having fun, but knowing how to translate your social media platforms, having business platforms, and turning them into a revenue stream. Product knowledge, huge, need to know what you're selling. Customer service, phone etiquette, and having a portfolio. I feel like all of these things is a basic requirement that a makeup artist must have leaving school, having spent a year in school, and being able to do something that they're passionate about and wanting to grow in the industry. So how can I, as a makeup artist, make a living after school? There are many, many avenues for a makeup artist. Now, of course, some might be entry level and some might be years down the road, but an in-salon makeup artist can do makeup applications, parties, galas, for pictures, makeup lessons, makeup events, updates, makeup for teens, prom, homecoming, bat mitzvahs, quinces, and retail sales. That's a huge part. Also, incorporating skincare, brow design. Brow design, believe it or not, is one of our #1 services here at Studio CARA that we offer, because it is a recurring service. And as a makeup artist, you don't have somebody coming in for makeup every 4 weeks like they would possibly. So they need to have those multiple streams of income to learn how to grow their different services. Of course, if they do hair, that's fantastic. But I'm really kind of focusing a lot on, a makeup artist career here. Then also, I believe that a lot of makeup artists could also possibly want to go, that have their cosmetology license. They may want to become a beauty advisor and work more in the department store or for a brand, counter manager, retail makeup freelance artist as well. A lot of, again, those multiple streams of income of maybe working in a salon and also working for a brand, store, or maybe opening their own boutique or their own studio, cosmetics buyer. They can work at a beauty supply or also maybe work for a distributor, educator, trainer, social makeup sales or influencer, and beauty editor, maybe going into that route as well. So with that whole basic side of it, we have a course called the Beauty and Business course. And that really teaches someone the fundamentals of makeup artistry, custom blending, color theory, makeup personalities, face shapes, eye analysis, facial analysis, from glam to natural makeup, the variety and all the essentials. So this is one of our courses that we offer, and also partnering with schools too, that will get that student to that level. Also, a brow design course that we have, and a lot of these courses are already created where they have a virtual platform to them, and they could be easily integrated into schools where it doesn't put a lot of burden on the educators or on the school to rely so much on the teacher to teach all the content. It would be more as a facilitator for the actual practical sessions. But if you wanted to find out more about that, I will, have a one-on-one consultation with you and conversation. Would love to share more about that. But again, brow design is so much more than just slapping wax on the face. It's really about designing. Brows are one of the #1 trends right now as well. And that's really a great source of income for a makeup artist. And then a glam lash. So a glam lash application is actually something that kind of falls in between the lash extensions and the actual maybe individual lashes or lash strips that they can this can be an add-on to any makeup service, or maybe a standalone service as well. So we do have a virtual class for that too. And then in-salon bridal artist. So this is going to be understanding how to do a beautiful bridal application from the bride to the whole bridal party, and understanding also how to go on location versus being in salon. So wedding statistics show that $72 billion per year is spent on weddings. This is a massive market, and it is just a wonderful market for any makeup artist that works in salon that should capture. And I have friends of mine that that's all they do are weddings. You know, they work on the days that they want to. A lot of times it is on the weekends, depending the areas where you live. Here in Florida, we have a really long bridal season. Up north, it may not be quite as long. But again, right now, you know, those bridal artists, because of COVID, so many weddings have canceled, so many have gotten postponed. So again, having that those other channels where you can do makeup artistry is going to be really important to understand and do. But we have a bridal and business makeup course as well, where they learn how to not only do the makeup artistry, they also learn airbrush makeup, but then also we really talk a lot about business, understanding contracts, how to schedule your clients, how to price your services, what type of services will you offer. So a lot, etiquette, many things are involved in the course as well, which is really fun. And then the next course that we also have is the CARA Business Academy. This is a whole virtual course, that it's a 60-day course, and it's phenomenal to really give them the understanding of how to build their business, from building your menu of services to increasing multiple streams of income, mastering makeup lessons, how to retail, increasing their revenue, become an expert in makeup artistry and in marketing, the structure, organization, how to build their career, you know, many things that we learn very little about on how to be a standalone business owner and to give you some confidence. One of the things that is very unique to my course is that I start off the CARA Business Academy course with understanding what your archetype is. And I, throughout my years of being a makeup artist and being a business owner, we oftentimes, you know, we don't know how to start our business. And so we're trying to copy other people out there and try to see, versus when they take the CARA Business Academy, you get to understand from more of a soul level who you are. You understand who, you know, what your archetype is. And we have 12 different archetypes. So it can be from an artist to a hero, to a romantic, to a nurturer. There's all these different types of, and through a whole process of questionnaire, they start to understand and see where the core of who they are is, and then they get to understand what kind of client they're also going to attract. And you build a business around the soul of your brand, the soul of your business, and what your true beliefs are. So it's more of a revolutionary type of way of really building business in our industry. And everyone that goes through this process, they love it. And it's super fun, and it really makes you so much more unique versus trying to just kind of copy other people out there. The art of retailing, that's a part that is huge for someone to grasp, especially now. I feel like it has been a massively overlooked component for too many years in the salon industry. And if many salons had focused on really building their retail, COVID would have not been as big of a hit, and especially being able to incorporate some of this retail on an e-commerce platform as well. So our services, there you can see like within all of the things that they can offer, then you tie into especially your makeup lessons, your makeup updates. This is where you can start to profit as a makeup artist. So, you know, makeup lessons, they can be anywhere between $50 to $100. Makeup applications as well. Of course, geography makes a huge, is a huge factor, and level of experience too. Makeup updates, brow design can be anywhere between $20 to $70. Brow tinting, lashes, bridal makeup, $85 to $200. Bridesmaids from $50 to $100, even more. Again, it just depends where you live and what your market can bear. So you can see that there's a lot of services, and oftentimes you go into a salon and they don't even have a makeup menu. So having students walk out of the school and knowing, hey, these are my prices and this is what I know how to do is huge. I wish that I could have had all of this knowledge coming out of school. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this with our future, so they can just have such a huge, fast forward success rate. And again, like I said, retail is just highly overlooked by salons. And it's something that it shouldn't be 5 to 10% of their total revenue. It should be closer to 30 to 40, maybe 50% of their revenue. And as a makeup artist working in a salon, that's exactly where they really need to build up that revenue there for them. So how much money can a makeup artist earn, right? So with a makeup lesson, I wanted to share some of these numbers with you, is that, so for example, if you do 4 makeup lessons a week at $75 each, that's $300 a week, and that's $15,000 a year. Retail, so your average retail per makeup lesson, not application, but a lesson, is going to be around $250. It can easily be $500, $600, $700, even $1,000 when you are incorporating makeup as well as skincare treatment, products too. So your average, I kept it like a lower average, can be $250. So per client, if you're doing 4 clients a week, that's $1,000 a week in retail. If they are purchasing their products at wholesale, then you know that half of that is going to be pure revenue. And that's another $50,000 a year. And this is based on 50 weeks, not on 52 weeks. And then also, if they have 9 walk-in clients per week that they sell $60 a person to, that adds an additional $500 per week, which is an additional $25,000 a year. We have now rounded this up to generating an annual income of $90,000 a year. That is based on 4 makeup lessons and 9 walk-in clients. So this is a super attainable thing for someone that loves doing makeup to go into a salon that already has traffic, that already has a clientele, and they can do this. They just have to know how to do it. So your profit with a retail center as well is, so let's say this is any hairstylist, any esthetician, and a makeup artist, obviously, can do this. And they can add 5 to 10 minutes per client that they see. They can match a foundation to their face. They can also sell them a concealer, maybe a concealer brush, and a loose powder. That's $126 for those 4 products. You sell that to 8 clients per week. That is $1,008 times 50 weeks is $50,400. So here is ways that is easy, especially when they're washing off a little bit of a foundation and having a product that they can add to anybody, that if someone's walking in with makeup on, and they are not buying it from you, then that's a potential client. So when you incorporate skincare, every makeup artist should know how to prep the skin. They should definitely know how to analyze skin, and also using good products. So that, and again, you know, having additional things to be able to take care of their clients with is going to be so important. And so for retail skincare, they can easily, if they're doing a makeup application, they're going to use a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. Pretty much everyone in the world uses these three products. This is $135 for these products. They're going to sell this to 8 clients per week, like we had before, times 50 weeks is $54,000 a year. So when you break it down to a weekly goal for someone that's working in a salon, and 8 clients in a salon is nothing. So especially if there's quite a few chairs that are full, for someone to be able to really start their business within that business. So you can see that you're now looking at, you know, well over $140,000 that they could generate in revenue if they had the tools and the education on how to do it. Because the best thing about it is that they already have their license through you. And so the next thing that they can do is they can do a pop-up shop. Let's say they don't want to work in a bunch of different, you know, in one place per se, or there's maybe not enough business in one place. So they can do what's called a pop-up shop, and these are super popular now, and maybe work in several different places. So that's also an opportunity. Or maybe, you know, like a lot of, I'm just going to say women, I know there are male makeup artists too, but, you know, a lot of women have children, they have families, so they can't do things full time, and makeup is a great opportunity and career in order to be able to adjust it according to their own schedule. And I think a lot of people look for, you know, a freedom schedule. And I'm not even talking about, you know, virtual lessons and all kinds of other things like that we offer. So don't want to overwhelm you with all the info. Makeup events and parties. So that's another thing that, of course, after COVID, you know, we can also get together back again and, you know, have clients that can generate, you know, some friends, and then you have a group of people. And a makeup artist can, you know, typical sales will be anywhere between $100 to $250 per person. And if you have 8 clients at $100, that's $800 that they could do in a party. But the cool thing about makeup events, and I want to say they're not the biggest money makers that I've found, but the nice thing about makeup events is that when you set those up, and we teach this in our CARA Business Academy actually, is when you set these up, what it is a great way to promote yourself and book additional services. So if you do facials, or if you do haircuts, or if you do brows, or coming in more for a one-on-one lesson, it's a great opportunity to get bookings and to get new clients, because that one client is bringing in her friends. So that's a huge way for makeup artists to grow their business. And again, 8 new bookings at $90 per person, let's say if they book, would be a $720 night. So it's not just the sales, but it's also those future bookings too. So, you know, it's important. I think a lot of makeup artists, you know, as freelancers too, is they want to be their own boss. They have to build their own clientele, whether they're in a salon or not. They can sell their own products that they want to retail to a client, and they can maximize their income in many different ways. One of the things that we're also unique with is that anyone that purchases one of our kits has the opportunity to become a CARAPRENEUR. And a CARAPRENEUR is someone that is not only a, you know, CARA artist, but they can also utilize their kit and have the opportunity to purchase our product and when they make a sale to their client, they're generating a revenue because that product is either shipped to them or it's shipped to their client. So this is something that allows them to start becoming independent and starting to grow their business too. So this is the CARAPRENEUR opportunity, and we have a lot of CARAPRENEURs that are either independent or are CARA salons and retailers. And so imagine if a student knew, hey, I've already invested, thousands of dollars in my kit. Now I know how to do this, but I can also walk into a salon that may not carry a makeup line, and they have the opportunity now to generate income on the products and on their services too. So this is huge for a makeup artist. So what is available to become a pro makeup artist? I've combined my 30 years of being a makeup artist, experience and knowledge into our CARA Makeup Academy. And our CARA Makeup Academy are our courses. They're also the products. But in our courses that we also provide as a platform for our partnerships with schools. And they have also a track record of the years that we've been doing these classes of being able to be successful with their investment. But one thing that I wanted to say is that I find that many schools are possibly missing the boat in the sense that if there is not a stronger makeup curriculum, then people that are wanting to be makeup artists are not going to choose. They're not going to choose investing in that school, especially when you're looking at a $20,000 investment. So I feel that oftentimes people will come to us, they will take our classes, and then because I firmly believe that you need to be licensed and that in order for you to be a professional artist, which we know many artists out there are not licensed at all, should get their licensing, whether it's an aesthetics program or whether it's a cosmetology program. But by partnering with us, you have the opportunity to offer, not only can you offer standalone courses, which could create revenue that can be for postgraduate classes. You could bring back maybe some of your graduates that could take some of these courses as well, but also to offer a much more advanced level of makeup artistry. And makeup artistry is just a really super trendy career right now. A lot of people, since the Kim Kardashian and YouTube and Instagrammers, want to be makeup artists. And so that is one of the things that I am passionate about. I wanted to share with you what we offer, and that I feel that it's an area that most schools should really look into. And so you have a whole level of other careers as a freelancer that you can get into. So now, not only the in-salon, but now you have social media, people that want to be influencers. That's a whole other career by itself. You also have freelance makeup artists, editorial, fashion, catalogs, photography, makeup artistry, for corporate, professional, headshots, glamour. And we also have an editorial makeup artist makeup class, a course coming up. We're actually doing it this weekend. And that teaches, that's a whole advanced course right there, is teaching how to work with magazines or knowing what editorial makeup is all about. That's its own niche. And being a film and television makeup artist. So you also have that, working on commercials, documentaries, feature films, indie films. Now you have Netflix, Amazon. Our industry from the film standpoint has grown immensely and will only continue to grow more and more because of all the opportunities now in the film industry and the video platforms. And so we also have a course called Lights, Camera, Action. And that is an introduction into how to break into the film industry as well as understanding how to break down a script, how to understand continuity, how to read a call sheet, knowing who people are on a film set. Not only the makeup artistry side do you need to know as a makeup artist, but so much about when you step onto a film set or how to step onto a film set and understanding etiquette. So a lot of things like that is what is taught in this introductory course. So we have had many, many students come through our doors, lots of different clients. We've partnered with different schools as well. Like you can see, editorial fashion, that's a whole career by itself, you know, and how do you charge for a day rate? Anywhere between 200, 1,000 plus you can earn. Commercials and film, same thing. You know, how do you charge for a day rate, or how do I get into the union? What's a non-union indie film? So these are all the different things that CARA Cosmetics, over my years that I have created these curriculums and part of growing our platforms with our virtual courses, and also helping, you know, to grow stronger makeup artists. So how can we help prepare your students for better success? How can we increase enrollment for better makeup education? And also, would you want to offer postgraduate classes to increase revenue to the school, and increase the brand awareness and what also is available out there, and to increase job placement? That's a huge issue as well, and your graduate success rate. So I would love to, and I want to thank you so much for, you know, being on the call with me here. And I would love to, if you have, you know, some questions for me that that I will be happy to. And let's see here. I will love to, if you would like to, you can either put them in the chat if you would like. Hello, Brandy, and just fire away if you have anything for me. I so appreciate your time on the call. I hope that it has been, you know, of value to you, that you can, you know, that you can have some things to kind of take away. And let's see here. Hi, Brandy.
Hi, I'm sorry it's so dark. I have my son right here, and he's trying to take a nap. He's a baby.
Well, welcome, welcome. I will try to be quiet then.
You're fine.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I just realized that you were on the call as well. So if you would would you like to share with me what it is that you do with Empire?
Yeah, I do hair. I have a couple more months until I graduate, so I'm on the salon floor.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And I'm really interested. I do eyelashes, and I'm really interested in makeup, and I just want to, you know, get my hands, like you were saying, like earlier in your seminar, how, you know, spread your, I forget how you put it, but spread your money around or something.
Multiple streams of income.
Yeah, multiple streams of income. I think that's an excellent idea, and that's my whole goal.
Fantastic. And where do you live, Brandy?
I live in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh.
Okay, great. Well, Pittsburgh's got a lot going on. That's a cool town.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, good. So do you want to do more makeup then?
Yeah, I do. I was wondering, I don't know if I caught it, but how much do your kits go for?
Well, we have different pricing for our kits. Are normally the kits, when when they're purchased with our makeup classes, they range. Our silver kit is $575,
Okay.
And then the diamond kit is $7.99. So those are the two pro kits that we have. And you can go to our website. You can also take a look at them there, or we could also set up something for you where you could even have like a virtual meeting with us, and we could show you like all the contents that are in the kit. Because you probably caught the idea there where, as a graduate too, it would be a wonderful opportunity for you to really start to, look at teaching your clients how to do makeup and generating revenue from retailing too.
Yeah, right. That's a really good idea.
Yes.
And I was wondering, do you guys offer any like discounts through the schools or anything like that? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay.
So, Brandy, what I probably would love for you to do is if you want to put your information in the chat, I could take that and then I can have someone reach out to you and then send you some information if you would like.
Okay, great. Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
Fantastic.
Okay. How do I get to the chat? Do I kind of just
Oh,
roll
okay.
over? I'm sorry, I'm new to this.
Oh, yeah, that's quite all right. There should be a little button at the bottom that says chat. It's either on the top or on the bottom. Do you see it?
Oh boy. The only thing I see is there's like you in the middle, me on top, and then somebody without a picture on the bottom.
Okay.
And it doesn't have, and when I flick the screens over, it's just me really.
Oops, you got muted now.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Why don't you do this? Let's do it old school. Why don't you just give me your email?
Okay, great. Brandy, BRANDY, the letter U,
Uh-huh.
132 @gmail.com.
Fabulous. Okay. And Brandy, what is your last name? Ulizzi? Is that it?
Yeah, you said it right.
Okay. Oh, good. Good for me. All right. And what is your phone number, Brandy?
My phone number is 412
Uh-huh.
545 4804.
4804. Fabulous. Good. So what is your favorite thing with hair?
Oh, I do. Okay, so I like to cut and color. That's like my
Oh,
favorite
look
thing.
at you. I love your hair. Wow.
Thank you. I'm actually going to take it out. It's my first time I ever tried that, and I don't know. It's hard getting used to it.
Is it heavy?
Very heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got it done a couple days ago. I know she's going to be mad, but oh well. But yeah. What was your question? I'm sorry.
Oh, what was your favorite thing about hair?
Oh, so cutting and coloring is my favorite, but I think overall, probably coloring is now my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Good. Well, that's, it's a good bit of money in that, so
Yeah.
nice. Well,
Yeah.
fantastic. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your seminar too.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, what school are you in?
The Empire in North Hills in Pittsburgh.
Okay. North Hills. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So did they send this out to you to just be able to view, or the link, or?
Yeah, they just a link, and then if you wanted to join, you just hit the link and everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. Good. And I'm not sure if Diane has any questions for me, but anything else that you would like to know, or we'll reach out to you, Brandy, for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Good.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
See ya.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, Diane, for being on the call. And I don't know if you're teaching right now or if you have anything else, but I wanted to thank you so much. And you have a wonderful day. I don't see anything else on the chat, so Great. Hello. Yeah. Did you have anything to share, Diane, or? Okay. All right. Well, have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.